Hey everyone, this is Grocker Games once again, coming back at you with another competitive style video that I've been asked to do at this name that I will not pronounce, Country Club. Someone needs to pronounce it for me because I have no idea. Well, we finished so far at the top of the leaderboard after 2 rounds. However, I don't think I've put in a great score, and I think people will come in and put in better scores. This is, I believe, the first day of 3. There have been a lot of good, top players that I've played already, but I think there are still some to come. Some very consistent players I know who can just thrash the score that I put in. I haven't put in a great round though, but none of the other great players have either, really. This is a very long par 4, and here we are hitting a slow off the bat. I've had a lot of trouble during this whole event getting any feel for my tempo. This is so in between clubs. So what I'm going to do is fast this. Not fast enough though, but hopefully we can not just come to a stop, and it's going to be a difficult one. Probably going to end up bogey, but could be a birdie. Haven't put in many bogeys so far, but this might be one of them.
It's getting there.
Good putt there. I didn't even take a practice swing at that. I just felt like I wanted to go for it. Kind of just trust my first feel. So saved ourselves there with a decent putt. It's a decent drive though, one of the better ones that we put in so far. Slight fast, but when it gives you a little bit more distance, you can be thankful for it. Let's have a look at this lie. This should be fine because we are slightly downhill. This is a very difficult pin position, and probably want to go somewhere around here. Good shot. Just depends if we have the right line, really. Didn't go as far, but that's, given the way this green is, it's sloping away from the pin in every direction. So to still stay on the green, I think is a positive, I think if we can land closer to the pin, it's fantastic, but a lot of the time people are landing on the green and rolling off to the right here, as you can see. I'm going to trust my feel for this one too. I'm going to go about here. Not far. Again, I pushed it a couple of extra clicks, and if we didn't do that, it was in the hole. But we're looking at it from hindsight, and hindsight is obviously 2020, and everything you could have done in hindsight could have been better, right? Yeah, I was very tentative on that shot, just to make sure I didn't do it very fast. But ended up doing a perfect, and a bit of a short shot, but still 282, and it should leave us a decent shot into the green here. There's a backstop actually, nice to see. Ball is above our feet. I will put a little bit of loft on this. The wrong way I went first. And yeah, go a little bit here to counter this ball above our feet. Let's go for it. Felt good, and it was. Oh, it's a little bit wide of the hole. Hits that backstop though, it should do, and come back. Greens must be slow today. 163, it's not that slow, but yeah, I guess we're just not on enough of the backstop there. I'm going to take my time to look at these beads. They're showing us what we should do. Somewhere around here should be fine.
Appears to be online.
Yep, that was right in the middle.
Yeah, that's great stuff.
Feels good to get that one. Greens in this competition so far have been deceivingly not very nice. This is the first round though that we haven't had to deal with crazy wind, and we are really in between clubs here, so I can either do this and go for a fast. I think that's what we have to do. And we get a perfect, even though I whacked that stick. So disappointing.
And that
This is
approach
kind of
was a
the
bit wayward.
inconsistencies that sometimes happen. I don't understand
Okay,
why it came out like
greenside
that.
sand. Let's see what you have.
You know, if I'm hitting the stick fast like that, why is it coming out as a perfect?
Good job out
And yet
of
I
the
can hit it
sand.
slow and it comes out as a fast.
Here's an 11-footer.
Strange. Strange goings on. Please.
He's on a good line.
Thank you.
Nicely done. We're in there
So,
for the par.
nice par save there, I've got to say. Good putt there.
Sitting at 14 under for the round.
All right, put this one out in the fairway.
Yeah, this course,
Well, that tee shot
deceivingly
looks like
difficult is
two.
probably the word I'd use for it.
And this is
Gotta
looking
say
to
though, I
be
don't know
about
why.
155
There's
yards out.
nothing terrible about the
One
course
stroke
I've seen,
off the lead.
but I haven't found myself mega enjoying it. You know, the process of playing this, you know. I think maybe because my shots have been coming out so weird, it might not have nothing to do with the course at all. I think it's just the fact, wow, I didn't realise there was that much of a uphill on this
Well, you can't hit 'em
front of this
all.
green, but you know, you land on the green here, it rolls downhill, and then you get into that
Stroke
gully.
off the leader.
Crazy. Gonna have to stick with this though, I feel. This is weird because it's gonna go roll downhill so much. Yeah, I think a full shot. Oh, come on.
Here we go. Let's save par on this one. Looking good. Down she
Another
goes.
par save. That was
one
nearly
current
a great
score.
chip.
A veritable 14 under par.
So difficult though.
We are on the 6th hole now.
I agree, the pin locations are difficult. Well, we didn't land on the green there, so I can't complain that we didn't get a birdie.
This one's around
Chip was close.
185 yards to the pin. You're 2 strokes off the lead.
Okay, what do we want to do with this? Probably use this and then roll to the right. I kind of want to hit a fast shot again though. Thank you for coming out fast this time. And it should hit that downslope to the right there, head towards the stick. I mean, rolled a little bit past, but not much we could do.
This could be a birdie on the scorecard. Could be a good
Go
one.
on. Get in.
And that was a nice little birdie. And after that hole, looks like 15 under is where you sit. We are on the 7th hole. Let's see what we can do.
You almost want to go for this, right? It rolls into a downslope. I still think we want to go for this shot, but I'm going to loft it a lot. Probably put some backspin on. Let's have a look at the green. Is it right to left or whatnot? We'll see. Left to right more than anything. Maybe want to loft it more.
That swing was to die for.
And that's because it's also a downhill shot.
Oh man.
Hit that really well though.
All right, nice approach on
Hit that really well.
This one's just about 6
So we've got an
feet.
8-foot putt. No, sorry, a 6-foot putt. It is still breaking quite a lot.
This putt's good so far. Oh yeah, 2nd consecutive birdie. I like the way this is going.
Nice.
Sitting at 16 under for the round.
And here we go. Let's see what happens here on the 8th.
Yeah, I mean, you can see these fairways are actually quite thin on this course.
Shot's looking nice.
So, you know, I'm using the most, not the most, but one of the more forgiving drivers. And I always stand by doing that. I mean, look at this downhill slope here. Probably still want to loft this and put some of this on. Bit of this, bit of that. I mean, that's a decent shot. Could have been closer to the... We end up a bit left there. But we could put this.
It's heading towards the hole. Oh, that's tough.
I think I hit that softer than I really wanted to, but the problem was you kind of had to. Hit that too hard and you miss, you roll down the other side. So you have to accept sometimes that maybe it either goes in or it misses close. So that did. It missed close. But the annoying thing is I actually moved it from where it was. You know, see, this is the hole that I think should be a par 5. There it is. I mean, if we get a nice bounce forward, I mean, we can hit 250 yards with this. But yeah, it's on an uphill slope here. It doesn't roll you into the green, so I feel like this is almost like an error. And the way this green's made, it's not made to roll into from the fairway from so long, so why is it not a par 5? I don't understand. I really think it should be. Trying to have a fast shot this one. It does roll downhill. If you get that distance that we did just about make here, it rolls downhill towards the flag. Going to be a left to right putt though. Look at this ugly little putt. Thank God that went in.
And after that one, 16 under par. And you're teeing up on a par 4 for this one. I think you've had
that felt mega slow. I honestly can't understand that. I was like, for sure that's going to go like red slow. What is that about? Absolutely crazy. Do not understand that. Like, oh darn it, my bad. Just didn't hit a full shot. I think I was just a bit tilted on the last one. Not tilted, but just lost attention. Yeah, I mean, either way it would have been a bad shot. But it's like it was such a slow movement, how it came out mega fast. There's got to be something in the game that causes that. Like, it's just like the way it reads it. Like, I get behind that it was a bad shot, but just not in that way. Again, I'm debatable. I'm getting so many what I feel are misreads from this game right now. Strange readings, you know. It's been happening all day today. I'll have days where I'm really consistent, but it's obviously not a misread necessarily, but it's just coming out so different to what I'm moving. I can feel what I'm doing, you know, very clearly. Why is it coming out mega fast? There must be something when you're tentative. I've said this in the previous video. When you're tentative with your movement, there's something in the movement which takes the reading weirdly because of it. There's something about the mechanics of the movement that I'm obviously not understanding quite. That's all I can say. Again, look at these greens. Doesn't matter where you land, you've hard pressed to find a nice landing spot. Again, that felt way faster than that mega fast shot I got before. So this is what I'm talking about. How it's strange to me.
That's a good one. Nice pin high. Here we go.
I had this problem in the last game actually, but not quite to the extent you get it here. It's just a more twitchy game in general.
Good work out there today. That's your fourth
So what
birdie
I
so
think,
far.
like, I'm not moaning about the
That
game.
hole
I think it's
to
probably a good
stay
thing it's like this. I
at
think you just have to
17
be
under par.
very, you have to have a very smooth,
Short par
committed
5
swing.
here. A lot of people eagle this one. Let's see what you can do.
you know? You need to have a committed swing. I think that's the way it is. I think if you're tentative,
And wind up
I think
the
just the
fairway off the tee here.
tentativity, if that's a word,
Here's our second shot on the
can be the
13.
cause of issues. So you should get punished for being tentative, probably. It's just weird how it punishes you in the wrong way. Like, I'm all for the fact that it was a bad shot, but just, you know, wish it was bad in the right way. Wish it felt consistent, you know. This is the par 5, by the way, which I don't understand why it's a par 5 when that 250-yard second shot is a par 4 on the other hole. You know what I mean? Why is this one a par 5 if it's shorter?
This one's your third.
And it's like consistently shorter, like every single round. It's not just where the pins are placed. It's like it's always like this. Ah, should hit that shorter.
All right, 8 feet.
But we can
to
do
the
this.
cup. This one's tracking.
Still breaking quite a lot
Great
there.
work. That's your fifth birdie today.
5 birdies,
18 under. for
18
the
under.
moment. Teeing it up on a par 4 for this one.
I'm surprised I'm at the top of the leaderboard, having a lot of
This one's headed
having
to
the problems that
fairway,
I've been
I think.
having in this course so far. Not with the
This is
course,
about
but just with
155
tempo issues
yards
and
from the
such.
pin.
Well, what are you supposed to do here? Have to land right exactly on top of it. I mean, weird pin location, I've got to say. It's way short.
And that'll do.
Just didn't want to bounce
Putter.
forward. Yeah, this
Here
is
we go, birdie putt.
weird pin locations. Like, how are you supposed to... You have to, like, be pinpoint accuracy with distance and aim. Yeah, not a fan of this pin position, just because it's so...
On that one.
It's just asking so much of you.
And the putt goes
And even I think even if you put in a perfect shot where you land it where you want it to, it might still land too far back on the green or something, or it's going to roll you away from the pin. It's like it's just a ridiculously unforgiving pin location there, where like it's hard to find a shot that actually is going to work, you know? Like,
And hopefully this one's nice and safe in the fairway.
I feel like it's a pin location that's placed without much thought. It's placed to be difficult for difficult's sake, rather than, you know, for the sake of just being a nice pin location. Like, I think I love difficult pin locations, but I like ones that have a reward for putting in a good shot, and I don't think that does. I don't think you can put in a good, perfect shot there and actually ever be happy with where the ball's going to end up.
Looking pretty good.
So I think
Shaping up out here. That's
could have been a little bit
6
better
on
thought put
the
into
day.
that pin location. Because it's like it's right behind this weird thin hump which bounces you left and right, and even if you bounce on top of it perfectly, it then goes downhill, which is then going to roll your ball off away from the
Alright,
stick.
see what we can
So
do off the
the
tee
best case
here.
scenario I
It's
can
a
see from that would
par
be
4.
you end up with a chip. That's fairly easy. That you could chip it in for birdie, and that's the best case scenario. But landing on the green seems worse than landing off it in a way. You want to land at the back of the green where you got a
Shot
nice
here on
chip.
the 16th.
Outside of that, you know, skeptical of that being a good pin location, really. That was a good shot. I think I overestimate a lot of the time though on this game the ball being above your feet. It almost feels like it doesn't affect
That'll do
you
for
as much as
now.
it did in the previous game.
Here we have a 17-foot putt.
This could be a decent pin location. Like if you landed at the right point on the green, it can roll you into that little gully, which just puts you close to the pin. So, but if you land away from it, you know, you got a horrible shot like this. So I think this is an example of a pin location that I actually like, you know, because it's difficult, but rewards you when you actually get it right. I'm going to time this one, actually. Close, but not quite a cigar. Yeah, so like I'm more for this pin location. Difficult, but probably rewarding, you know.
And teeing up now on the 17th.
I mean, look at this. You've got a hump here which is going to push your ball left. And then you go down towards the flag and it's going left and right. Like it really doesn't want you to end up by the flag at all. But if we go right of the flag here, we can maybe get to the top of this hump, land somewhere here and bounce slightly left. We have to execute the shot perfectly first. I mean, we'll see what happens with this. Doesn't look too bad, but could easily be bad. See, you just get rolled off there. I mean, we didn't end up rolling off too badly, but it's just another pin location that just doesn't want you to ever land close to the flag. Pin locations are a big thing, you know. I think there needs to be some sort of reward. I mean, I think in this pin is not so bad. I think you can actually land somewhere decent. Come on. Oh, just move slightly right.
I believe this is for your
Yeah, that wasn't such a bad pin location, really. Quite difficult, but just, again, it's doing everything it can to push you away from the pin. I think some of the locations you could argue that they're difficult for difficulty's sake.
Looking pretty good off the tee.
This is a par 4. It's a par 5, okay.
Setting up here just in the first cut.
Looks like we got a short pitch here.
Okay, I'm liking
Maybe
it.
like
Back in
50
the fairway,
odd
that's
yards.
great. Okay, here's our third
53.
shot.
Backspin? No backspin.
We have this left.
Wow.
Final score of 63. Putt appears to be online.
Fantastic putt there
And
to
like
end
a
things.
loss in that, he rounds
So what do we get?
overall
-7?
to
Not
start.
too bad, actually. I think it's very challenging.
That's that. I had a lot of fun out there.
Very
with it,
challenging.
and
We are in the
that's
top
taken
spot
me
right
around
now.
the course.
But just because I am now, I mean, you might think, oh, I've won this tournament. But you have to understand that I think a fair few of the top players may not have played yet. Actually, there's a few people that I see at the top a lot. I was ADX, Waialae Pandas. I have seen who do what now at the top as well. Max BXL is often at the top. I mean, to be honest, maybe a lot of these guys have been at the top quite a lot. I say that they're all good players, so, you know, we're here for now, -20. Don't know how long that'll last. There's some names, as I've said, still to come. But you wanted me to put up a couple of videos of competitive play, and maybe in the next video I'll tell you how we got on in this in the end. Or what I'll probably do, actually put in the in the description of this video when it goes out. Not when it goes out, but when the scores have been completed, I'll actually let you know in the description what the final score was and where I came. But, you know, we're in the top spot for now, can't complain. So, you know, maybe if other people don't put in, you know, amazing rounds, have a really great time with this, then we could stay in the top spot. You know, it's possible. It's a possibility, definitely. We'll see. But I respect these guys play, you know, there's a lot of really great players here, so hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, take care everyone, see you soon.